حضروا من خارج المملكة إلى بلدهم الثاني الأردن. أردن الآباء والفخار للمشاركة وحضور. The Royal Scientific Society of Jordan has long been our nation's science reference point. Indeed, since our foundation almost 50 years ago, RSS has brought knowledge building to the fore in Jordanian public life.
بكل وضوح أمام الكل والجميع. هاي القصة كانت لما أنا كنت بكلية الطب، وبكلية الطب تبع التسمية. So they call them dry labs. They bring you, they put you in a lecture room and they bring the slides and you do the lab on slides. And
بقول له خذ من الطير واسمهم وحطهم على الجبال وكذا. أنا مش حافظة الآيات ما بدي أحكيها غلط. وهي إلي بالنسبة إلي هي دلالة إنه ما في سؤال خطأ. ما في سؤال خط أحمر. إذا أنت نيتك صافية، وأصلاً مين بيحاسبكم عن النية؟ رب العالمين. ما له حدا يحكم عليكم بنيتكم إلا رب العالمين. فاسأل وخلي فضولك، لأنه إن شاء الله أنت عم تبحث أو أنت عم تبحثي عن الحقيقة لتقدري تعرفي وتوصلي لهي الحقيقة، وهذا أصلاً منهاج حياتنا وهذا ليش نحن موجودين اليوم. هلا عادة أنا لما أبدأ أي محاضرة أو أي توك، هذا الماوس أنا بحب دايماً أحكي قصص، لأنه بعتبر الإنسان لما تطور عبر ملايين السنين كان في مجموعتين من الناس، كان في مجموعة من الناس قاعدة حوالين.
This is really my, what I say, my pleasure. And it's my honor, really. I'm so delighted. I'm going to talk to you today about my journey, the journey that I have lived through innovation as scientist. My long passion in life, how can I make the impact of science reach every single human being in the Middle East and in the world?
It's not only countries and politics needs to be, diplomatic needs to be involved in politics, but also in terms of science. How can we convey messages? As science talks about facts, decision makers need to employ facts in order to make a better decision for the humanity in general. So how can we really convey the message is very important. How can we really put it together in a way that policymakers can sustain the development that needs to take place in society very matter. So words matter, communication matters, and really working together, not in silos, but together we can really achieve our goals.
Great, thank you. Now to the young generation. What do you think are the challenges? Tell us the real story. We're all older here, so we want to know what's going on.
Yeah, okay, so because everybody talks about maybe on the higher level, I'm going to talk about, like, as a students, what we see as a challenge that we face in connectivity. So I believe I'm going to start the relationship between the student and the teacher or the professor in the university. The connectivity here, the wires here are almost not there, most of it. So that, of course, not all the professors, many that are very distinguished, like Dr. Rana and all of that are here, represent a good model, but I believe that this hasn't been like generalized with all teachers and professors. So if I'm going to start from school age, so the problem is there. There's not really a relationship between the science teacher, let's say, and a student to make them know what science is, to make them get interested more in science, to let them like this enthusiast a student to be more into science. So it starts from there. And when we go to university, of course, you know how. We always seek for mentorship. We always seek for the professors to always guide us what to do, what to learn, where to read.
It has nerves and muscle, and it can even wiggle. In fact, it's perfect.
Now we're going to cut it off. But here's the good news. It grows back. So don't be too scared. First, wound healing. Did you see that wound heal? Now we're watching what the nuke can do that we cannot do. Cells are streaming out of the surrounding tissues into the area of the wound and forming what we call a blastema, which is a group of undifferentiated cells that are in fact really just like stem cells. And they're multicolored because they come from skin, from muscle, and even from cartilage. And these have a miraculous memory of what they used to be and are able to form a
بمجرد منع هذه المؤسسات من استخدام المعلومات معناها ستتطور التقنية لوحدها، لا أدري من أين المعلومات ستتطور التقنية. هل هذا هو العالم المثالي الذي يتهمون به فريق الموالاة أم هذا هو عالمهم الحقيقي يا سادة الكرام؟ أما الجانب الثاني الذي نساه فريق
بالرغم من انه انا ما التقيتش فيكم كثير السنه اكثر من عمر، بس اسمحوا لي اشكر كل واحد فيكم على اخر 3 اشهر.
Wow, amazing. Awesome. So, thank you so much for inviting me. I feel humbled and honored. It's really a great privilege to be here among such incredible minds. Yeah, last year I mentioned a film that I was working on. Do you remember? Yes. Yes. And you probably have heard a lot about it on social media. You have to create some fuzz sometimes. Yeah, we started filming in April 2018 and we just finished almost a month ago and it's finally ready. And best, it's here with me. So, I received an invitation from Ahmed telling me, hey, how would you like to screen your film at this year's event? I said, there is a license fee. He said, how much? I said, Mansaf. Telling me what to say. It's crazy, right? It's a theory, but it's an interesting theory that you could use to create a story. and that is the story of this film. So the film is short, it's about 25 minutes, but the original story which I wrote is something that needs to be shown in a 3-hour movie. Yeah, so the story is not full. Once you finish watching the film, you have to know that it's not the whole story. There is yet more to be said, more to be told, more to be shown as well. So, how many of you would like to watch the film? Awesome, awesome. All right, so we're going to watch the film Simulation. This is